Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gio and this is my 2025 Toyota Land Cruiser. After driving this thing around for a few months, one of my biggest gripes is the stock horn. I've had to use the horn a few times, especially being out here in SoCal, and it is not what I expected. It sounds like a Roadrunner horn, very meep meep like, which I'll show you in a second. And I ended up doing some research and I found that there's a Toyota Premium Horn option. This isn't something that you can find on the US market. I actually had to order it from Japan, but I'll put the links to purchase it in the description below. They're not that hard to get a hold of. And the good thing about it is a factory replacement. So the same bolt and the same plug are on the Land Cruiser already. You're just doing a simple remove and replace. As you can see, everything is a mess like usual. So onto the washer we go, but basically this is the Premium Horn Kit from Toyota. Apparently they've been making this for quite a while and people have used this on older series Land Cruisers. It seems to be only a JDM option from what I find. Okay, so with a set of horns, you're going to have a high side, which FH, so this is the high side. And then we've got FL, which is low. Also, I mean, if you're looking head on, you can see that they kind of swoop this way. So if you're looking at the vehicle from the front, it'll be like this. And I'll show you that during the install as well. But the good thing about this is it's going to use the OEM plug that's already on the vehicle. So there's no cutting or splicing or any wiring besides just a simple remove and replace. First things first, obviously, we'll be popping the hood. And the horns are going to be located under this panel. There's going to be some push style pins where you don't even need a tool to get it out. You just push it down. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll just pop it up. Careful not to lose one. I dropped one all the way down on the skid plate already, which I'll have to get. And then this kind of just goes back a little bit. From here, you've got direct access to the horns, and I'm going to bring you closer so you can see them. And as I bring you in closer, you can see we've got 1 and 2, and look at how small these guys are, especially compared to this upgraded horn. Just look at that difference right there. Absolutely huge. And don't even get me started on how terrible these horns sound for an SUV. I'm not sure where they were going with it, but we're going to get that changed really quick. As I mentioned before, it's a very easy job. Just taking off the 12 mil. And you could use a power electric ratchet if you want, but I like to just take my time on simple stuff like this. And we have the plug with a push pin right here. Pull out. And just look at this. Huge difference. Now we put that back in this, nice and factory. Bolt it to the radiator support. And if you're worried about how you're going to orient it, there's a tang right here that's going to keep it straight. So when you tighten the bolt, this would in theory move, but that tang is going to keep it right where it needs to be. And we're going to do the same for the other side. Sometimes you have to push the clip forward a little bit to get that tang to release and then pull it out. So if it's not coming out when you pull it back, try giving it a little push forward. You shouldn't have any problems. And that's it. You've swapped out the meep meep sounding horns, and we're going to put in some nice SUV style sounding horns. Now all that's left to do is pop this back on. Make sure that it goes under this lip. Push the pin back forward so that it's reset again, and you can press them into the holes. And I still need to get that one I dropped down at the bottom off the skid plate. But we are good to go on testing. Let's see what it sounds like. Oh yeah, way, way better. I don't know about you, but I love that sound way better than the stock horns. And for such an easy and quick mod, I would definitely recommend you doing so on your 2024-2025 Toyota Land Cruiser. Now, I'm not sure what Toyota was thinking when they used a horn like this on this SUV. The only thing I could possibly think of is they are doing an homage to the original, or it was just a horn they already had in the parts bin.